Hey folks, it's Cameron from the Brushfire Mind, and this is coffee. If you check out the link down below in the description, you can find ways to support us by buying us more coffee. Okay, thanks. Hold on, before we get started, this is important. Just 1 second.
I'm with you.
The rules for the DGUs have been the same since they were incepted years ago. The point is to pick a story that is about defensive gun use, and it has to have happened within the previous 7 days of the story. We've given some slack for updates to other stories or to things that were especially important. But broadly speaking, like today is August 5th. So you are not going to hear anything from prior to July 30th.
I'm going to amend that this morning a little bit. So these stories, the general stories are going to be from the last 7 days, for the most part. I've got one or two here, that are updates on stories that we've covered in the past, or just it's an interesting update on a story. When we're talking about an update, the update is probably within that last 7 days, but it's being updated because there just wasn't that much detail previously, and the story got more interesting, hopefully. And that's a little tricky too, because as a rule, I try not to read these articles before we cover them.
Yes.
I try not to get past the headline on purpose, because we want to enjoy these for the first time with you.
Okay, so if you will.
Okay, so this first one comes out of California, Norco, California. Is that the name of the town, or is that one of those bizarre regional abbreviations they use? I'm frankly not sure. Okay, so this one comes out of Norco, California from a few days ago. The story was published 3 days ago. I think it happened 4 days ago. But here we go.
So
I imagine many of you have seen this one.
It happened August 1st?
Did it? I think so.
If it happened 4 days ago, it happened August 1st.
So, this may be the best headline I've ever read on. No, it's not, because there was the pregnant lady holding the child that shot the robber to death in the park.
That was pretty good.
That one goes down in the, he shot my arm off! Elderly store owner opens fire on would-be robber in Norco. And this one, okay, so these guys went in, and look, the guys rocking an AR rifle. So they went in with a rifle to try and rob this store. And
I mean, masks, gloves.
I don't even need to read you the story, because we've got the security camera video.
Which is glorious.
And this one's coming to us via Fox News, but here we go.
There he is. Does it have the end?
He doesn't seem to be terribly mussed about it either.
Oh, here we are.
And then it cuts to the rest of it.
I think we're good there.
I'm trying.
Ooh, I mean, I still think my favorite part is at the end when somehow the robber that didn't get shot almost got left behind. Right? Like, the rest of them are just trying to nope right the fuck out of there. And I said, nope. And yeah, nothing but assholes and elbows. Like, it's amazing how many of these, like, don't get me wrong, Heat's a great flick, but usually when bad guys encounter resistance, they beat feet.
Yep.
I mean, it is assholes and elbows the whole way. Of course, that guy was down an elbow.
And honestly, even in an active war, gunfights that go on for a long time, it's not because both sides just commit to continuing to fight. Normally, if you've got a gunfight that goes on for a protracted period, it's because one side used special tactics to force the other side to stay where they are. Either you've got a situation where, like a patrol gets ambushed and the ambush pins the patrol, right? The patrol would break contact and leave if they could, but they're pinned down and can't. Or the ambush goes off, or the ambush gets noticed by a patrol, and the patrol surrounds the ambush, sends a contingent to flank, and pins the ambush down. It's very seldom that without some kind of intentional pinning maneuver, that a gunfight, even in an active war zone, lasts for more than a few seconds.
Well, yeah, because it's a gunfight,
Correct.
Like, let's see, the suspects were located.
It takes a lot longer to punch somebody to death than to drop a little Mozambique.
The suspects were located at a Southern California hospital, one of whom was suffering from a gunshot wound consistent with a shotgun blast, authorities said.
I ain't gonna lie, when I first read the headline, I was kind of hoping we'd actually see the arm fall off in the security footage. Clearly, this was the hyperbole of a severe injury, but I'm still pretty comfortable with the general outcome.
Oh... A lawfully armed member of our community prevented a violent crime and ensured their own safety while being confronted with multiple armed suspects, deputies wrote in a press release.
Didn't we say this happened in California?
Yeah, the store owner suffered a heart attack shortly after the incident. He is in the hospital recovering after the health scare. Man, he did not look like he was on the verge of a heart attack in the video we watched.
Let me tell you what, this guy is the definition of grandfathered, right?
That's a dude? That's the same guy in the above video? Oh, well, okay.
But he is the definition of grandfathered. Essentially, he's lawfully owned in California because he's old enough to predate the law.
Right. Right.
And